I'm Ben Hooper, and this is Weekend Odds and Ends, a special Friday edition of the UPI Odd News Minute for August 29th, 2025. Welcome to Weekend Odds and Ends, our weekly roundup of the missed odd-portunities that didn't quite make this week's podcasts. First up, a man fishing in waters off the coast of Costa Rica reeled in an unusual catch. The first documented orange shark. Garvin Watson reeled in the 6'6" nurse shark while casting his line near Totoguero National Park in August 2024. Researchers said the shark's bright orange coloring is caused by a condition called xanthism, which causes yellow or gold pigmentation in an animal's skin, scales, or fur. Scientists wrote in a report published this month in the journal Marine Biodiversity that Watson's nurse shark represents the first scientifically documented case of total xanthism in the species and the first record from the Caribbean Sea. The researchers said the shark's white eyes indicate it also as a form of albinism, which involves a complete lack of pigment. Moving on from predators of unusual hues to a kernel of vegetable news, a Colorado county is distributing free ears of corn after a semi-truck loaded up with the veggies overturned on the highway. The Custer County Sheriff's Office said emergency crews were summoned to mile marker 69 of Highway 69, just south of Hillside and north of Reed Road, just after 2 a.m. Thursday on a report of an overturned truck. The truck had spilled its load of sweet corn, and many of the ears ended up littering the side of the roadway. The salvageable corn from the crash was transported to the West Mountain Fire Protection District, where members of the public were invited to drop by and claim some corn for free. Corn-seeking residents were asked to make sure not to block the fire station's driveway. The sheriff's office said the roadway was completely cleared by 7 p.m. Thursday, but drivers were still urged to use caution in the area as corn remnants were likely to attract a higher than usual number of hungry deer to the highway.
It's corn!
Meanwhile, on the bird beat, animal care officers attempting to rescue baby geese from the basin beneath a Texas dam spillway ended up calling for backup from firefighters and police when they also became stranded in the slippery location. City of San Antonio Animal Care Services said on social media that 2 officers were called to Woodlawn Lake when a resident reported 5 baby geese trapped in the rocky basin beneath the spillway. The officers arrived to find the mother goose letting loose a string of angry honks. Officials wrote, the little ones needed help, but she wasn't thrilled about the idea of strangers scooping up her kids. The officers used a rope to rappel down the embankment and gather the goslings into an animal carrier, but officials said they soon ran into an issue, explaining, unfortunately, algae-covered boots plus steep, slick walls equals 0 traction, and our officers found themselves trapped alongside the goslings. The officers called for backup from the San Antonio Park Police and the San Antonio Fire Department. The new arrivals set up an extension ladder and helped the slightly soggy heroes climb to safety with the babies in tow. The goslings were reunited with their mother and were last seen heading out into the lake. And finally, a Connecticut man known as the Croc King earned a Guinness World Record when his collection of crocs was tallied at 3,569 pairs. But he said that number is already out of date. Doogie Sandtiger said his fondness for the footwear began at the age of 16, due to his childhood in foster care leaving him without the knowledge of how to tie shoes. He said, part of the foster care system that people don't realize is there's a lot of things that kids don't get taught or miss along the way. Sandtiger said he started collecting the foam clogs with an initial goal of having a different pair for every day of the year. He surpassed that goal and started to seek a Guinness World Record for his collection in 2023, when his number of Crocs surpassed 2,000 pairs. He was finally awarded the title for the largest collection of Crocs when his collection was tallied at 3,569 pairs, but the number has continued to grow row since that count was performed in November 2024. Sand Tiger said his Croc stash surpassed 3,800 pairs this month. The footwear aficionado said he hopes to eventually show off his collection by opening his own Croczeum. For these stories and more national, international, sports, entertainment, science, and odd news from United Press International, visit UPI.com. Follow the UPI Odd News Minute on YouTube and TikTok. What's your opinion on Crocs? Fun and comfortable, or a crime against fashion? Share your feelings in the comments.